Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to the computer class. I am your teacher Aisha Anwar. We are studying chapter number 2 from your book, which is about software basics. In previous lectures, we have discussed the introduction of the software and we discussed about the types of a software. In today's lecture, we are going to revise some previous concepts and we'll learn some new things. So let's begin. We have already discussed that what is a software. We know that a software is a group of computer programs or it is a set of instructions that tells the computer what to do and how to do. Basically, it informs the hardware and the software components as well what type of instructions are we delivering to our computer in order to perform any task. If software is missing from any computer, we cannot use that hardware. That hardware is just a dummy hardware for us. We cannot perform or we cannot do any task in the absence of a software. We can categorize the software into further its two types. One is system software and the other is application software. We will discuss both of them. In previous lecture, we discussed about the system software. Let's revise it again. System software is basically a group or collection of software that is designed to control, operate, and enhance the processing capabilities of the computer. System software is an essential part of a computer. If system software is missing from our computer, we cannot even turn on our computer and we won't be able to use the computer in an effective and efficient way. So it means it is a very basic and very necessary type of a software that should be installed in our computer. System software is further divided into three types: operating systems, device drivers, and utility programs. In previous lecture, we discussed in detail about the operating system. We also discussed about its different examples. An operating system is basically a system software that manages computer hardware and software users, and it basically provides some common services for computer programs. In other words, we can say that the Windows that are installed in our computer is an operating system. So operating system has many types, but most commonly used operating system is Windows operating system. In my computer, I have Windows 10. In your computer, you may be having Windows 7, Windows 10, or maybe some another version. There are many other types of operating systems. Those types are not included in your syllabus, but we will study them in class 8th and onwards. So it was the revision for the previous lecture. In today's lecture, we will study about the device drivers and utility programs. First of all, device drivers. If we install any new hardware with our computer, for example, if I will install this printer with my computer, then I must install the device drivers in order to use this printer in an effective way. Without the proper installation of device drivers, this printer won't work. In this picture, you can easily understand the concept of device drivers. If the users want to use some hardware like printer, USB, even mouse, modem, CD or DVD-ROM, these all devices has their own device drivers. If these device drivers are installed, then the user can communicate with these devices or user can use these devices. Otherwise, we will not be able to use these devices. When we want to use a printer, we give command to the operating system. Operating system checks for the device drivers. If these device drivers are installed, then this printer will work and we can take the print out of any document. Same is the case with all other devices. If we want to use this USB, user will give command to operate the USB. This command will be delivered through operating system. Operating system will check for device driver. If the device is working correctly and the drivers are installed, then this USB will easily be accessed by the user. So basically, device driver enable the interaction of the hardware devices with the user. If any hardware device will fail to work properly without the proper device driver, then we must install the device drivers. Device drivers acts as the interface between the device and the operating system. Operating system will handle all the hardware with the help of these device drivers. So it means device driver is a type of a system software that controls all other external hardware devices or internal hardware devices that are attached to the computer. In the absence of device drivers, our computer won't work properly. Whenever we want to use some new hardware like printer, scanner, or maybe a USB, then we must install the device drivers. In past, users has to manually install the device drivers with the help of CDs available with the hardware, but now most of the devices are just plug and play. Plug and play means when you simply plug in the wire of a printer with the computer or you attach the printer with the computer or the latest operating systems automatically look for the device drivers. And these device drivers are automatically installed without any CD. So all the modern hardware devices are all plug and play. The third type of a system software is utility programs. Let's discuss what are utility programs. Software programs that add functionality to your computer and help it perform better is done by the utility programs. It means that these are the programs which help us to add some extra functions in order to perform our work in much better way. There are different utility programs are available like disk cleaner, photo viewer, file explorer, etc. And all of these utilities are already included in the Windows operating system, and all of them help us to perform our task in an easier way. For example, if we want to see a photo, then that photo will be opened with the help of photo viewer so that you can easily access the photo. Disk cleaner is used to clean the disk, clean up the extra files and clean up the unnecessary files by itself, and it helps us to free some extra occupied space by unnecessary files and programs. Antivirus programs are also a good example of a utility programs. Utility software helps to maintain or configure a computer. For example, if we have a computer and we have installed uh, the proper utility programs in it, then these utility programs will help us to maintain our computer. Most of the utility programs are already installed at the same time when the operating system is installed, but there are some extra utility programs are available that can also be added afterwards. Some examples are disk fragmentation, software updates, system cleanup, encryption or decryption, and antivirus software. If these utilities are not available with the operating system that you are using, then these utility programs are easily available on the internet. You can simply search them and download and use them. Each utility program has its own special purpose. For example, antivirus utility software is used to find out and remove the different type of viruses that are present in our computer. Encryption and decryption utility is used to encode or decode our files that contain some valuable information. We can simply encrypt that file and save them or send them. System cleanup utility is used to clean up the extra space used by the unnecessary files. Software updates utility is present to check the updates for the different softwares installed in your computer, and you can install the updated version of any software. Disk fragmentation utility is basically used to rearrange your data on the hard disk so that we can free up the space and speed up the processing speed of our computer. With the help of all these utility programs, we can simply enhance the efficiency and the use of our computer. Now, utility programs are further divided into three types. Disk cleanup, as we have already discussed, file explorer, and photo viewer. We will discuss these utility programs in our next lecture. These will be discussed in detail in next lecture. So here is the task that you have to do. This is the first part of question number 3 from your exercise. What is the main difference between system software and application software? We have discussed system software in detail, that it is a group of software that is designed to control, operate, and enhance the processing capabilities of computer. For example, operating system, device drivers, put comma over here, comma is missing, and utility programs, etc. Then application software is a group of programs that are designed for the end user. For example, web browsers, word processor, graphic programs, and games, etc. These are the question number 3, part 2, 3, and 4. What are the main functions of operating system? We have discussed these functions in our previous lecture, and they are booting and providing user interface, managing programs, file management, and configuring devices. Why are device drivers used? The hardware device will fail to work without the proper device drivers. So it acts as the interface between the device and the operating system. You can also draw the diagram that we have discussed during the lecture. What are the utility programs and why are they used? Software programs that add functionality to your computer and help it to perform better. There are many types of utilities, for example, disk cleaner, photo viewer, file explorer. Here we are having a spelling mistake. Perform better, BETTER. It should be like this. There is a typing mistake. So you have to do these 4 question answers in your neat notebooks and then send me your answers for checking. That's all for today. If still you are having any confusion and queries, you can ask me. Thank you.